Alright guys, we made it to episode 9. This Bridle Gossip. And yeah, I mean this is gonna be a really good episode. By the way, last episode, I got this whole description thing within 4 minutes. Let's see if I can actually get the entire video within 10 minutes again. Alright, so here we go. Bridle Gossip by, who else? Amy Keating Rogers. And yes, this is the first time since Lauren that, well, actually it's the first time since both Lauren and Amy, in a sense, has done 2 episodes. I mean, Lauren and Amy are now tied with 2.5 episodes for, most episodes made. And of course what I'm talking about is, Lauren did the first 2 and then half of the third. And then Amy came in, did the rest of the 3rd episode. She did episode 4, and then here she is 5 episodes later. I really hope I got that stat right. I really hope I did. I think Amy did an Apple Book season, and I've already recorded that episode, so if I got that wrong, yeah. Anyway, Bridle Gossip. We got 3 minutes. Okay, here we go. Twilight is reluctant to believe the gossip being spread about the mysterious zebra named Zecora. While the ponies are speculating about how dangerous Zecora may be, Apple Bloom, our second appearance overall, decides to prove how brave she is in the face of danger. She sneaks out and follows Zecora all the way to her home in the Everfree Forest. Upon noticing the young filly's absence, the 6 ponies dash out in search of Apple Bloom. They find her at the edge of the forest, hovering close to a strange blue plant, never once actually touching it. The Zecora utters a mysterious warning toward the ponies. Beware, beware, ye pony folk, those leaves of blue are not a joke. Which the friends believe to be a curse. As the ponies head back to Ponyville, Twilight attempts to convince her friends that there is no such thing as a curse, but could she be wrong? The following morning, the ponies wake up with strange ailments that they can only attribute to Zecora's curse. And yes, there are 2 paragraphs in here. There are 2 paragraphs. Look, that's 1, and there's 2. And then nothing on this side. Now, the ailments, of course, are pretty much simple. They actually have to do with what the big thing of the character is. Spike was never there, so he doesn't get anything. But the main 6 were all there, so they do. Twilight is really good at magic. So her horn sort of gets floppy, in a sense. And, by the way, Spike comes up with names for these, for the opposite ailed characters, I guess. I don't know, the cursed main 6. Calling Twilight, at the end, Twilight Flopple. We also have Rarity. Her thing is fashion. She's got this amazing do. So when her hair completely grows out, Harity. Yeah. Pinkie Pie has, she talks a lot, so when her tongue comes out and she can't make a single word, like that, she becomes, Spitty Pie. And of course she spits every single time that she says a word, like, I'm really not gonna get this in 4 minutes, I'm sorry. I'm maybe 5, let's try 5. No, 7.5. 7.5, let's do this. Yeah, so, AJ, in this entire episode, literally is trying to be the big sister to Apple Bloom. So, when she shrinks to smaller than Apple Bloom and has an actually high-pitched voice, Spike calls her Apple Teeny. And yes, that is the 2nd time that AJ has been acquired to a booze joke. Applejack is a booze. It's a type of... Applejack is one, as in Applejack Daniels, maybe. And the 2nd one is, of course, Apple Teeny, which is a margarita type thing. I don't know. Anyway. Rainbow Dash, good flyer. Cursed Rainbow Dash, bad flyer. Rainbow Crash. The first time we actually hear that, and it would not be the last. But now we get to Fluttershy. Fluttershy is apparently known for her really, really girly, really high-pitched, really soft-spoken, this girly edge to her. She knows, her voice is definitely girly. So what happens when this whole, this girl feel, this light and this warm feeling turned into this deep baritone voice? Flutter guy. That's what happens. I don't want to talk about it. Whatever. It's weird and it's crazy, I know. But let's keep going. They retrace their steps to the Everfree Forest and brave their way into Zecora's peculiar hut. Oh, and by the way, in this episode, we have another song. The Evil Enchanter song, which is not in the back of the frickin' book. Why? I don't know. It just is. That's just how it is. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Alright? Okay? This is how it goes, Anywho, moving on, the Evil Enchanter song. First it's Pinky, and then it goes to the baritone Fluttershy. That whole thing. There they witness her mixing ingredients in cauldron while chanting. As the ponies surround her, they think, oh, now Twilight believes that she's evil. But then they're like, oh no, as the ponies surround her, Zecora tries to explain that the potion she is making is actually a cure for Poison Joke, which was the strange blue plant that is the real cause of their ailments. Apple Bloom comes in because they thought that Zecora had made her into Apple Bloom soup. And yeah, Apple Bloom comes in and everything's all hunky-dory, hooray! I didn't get this within 7 minutes, alright. That was a one-time thing. We'll get this within 10 minutes, definitely. Twilight and her friends apologize to Zecora for judging her based on rumors and appearances. And, as the friendship lesson says, Dear Princess Celestia, my friends and I all learned an important lesson this week. Never judge a book by its cover. Should I not judge the book by this alone? What are you talking about? Someone may look unusual, or funny, or scary. But you have to look past that and learn who they are inside. Real friends don't care what your cover is. It's the contents of it's the contents of a pony that count. And a good friend, like a good book, is something that will last forever. A faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. And that is the episode there. And what did we learn from this episode? What did I think of this episode, really? Not what did I learn. I'm not going to finish this episode within 10 minutes, but we did do the review in 10 minutes, yes, so let's try and get this in the 15-minute mark. I like this episode. I think Amy's return to, a real episode and her actual second, full episode that she's done, this is really good. I like this story. And it really, the last two episodes were, either I hated the main character of the story, or it was way too girly for me. This episode breaks both of them. Fluttershy is not the main character. It's basically all six of them, and Fluttershy isn't really all that much there, even though, Flutter Guy comes in, and I'm just like, I would love to see where this is going. And with the girly thing, it's it's not all that girly as the last episode was, or what it was meant out to be, or what it was pictured to be. So, perfect. With that, what do I give this episode? It's a good one. And I don't think I've given this one out yet, so I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10. It is the best episode so far, beating out, I think it was Ghostbusters. I think this did beat out Ghostbusters in my opinion. If not, if I gave this a lower grade than Ghostbusters, I mean to give this a higher grade than Ghostbusters, because, it's a thing, do I go with, Trixie is the best, or is Decora really amazing? And it's like, Decora's amazing. Way better than Trixie now, and so, there you go. Also, I saw her at BronyCon, so now, if I see, Trixie at the next convention, then, whatever. So yeah. I like this episode. It was very fun and enjoyable. 8.3, I said? I think it was 8.3. I think I'm going to go with 8.3. I'm going to go with 8.3 out of 10. Whatever I said is now invalid. Now what I'm saying is valid, is an 8.3. So an 8.3 out of 10. That is the final grade. I like it. It's a pretty great episode. And, yeah. So up next, technically there's no song, but you can be the judge of that. Swarm of the Century. Yeah. And this is where I actually thought the show was actually getting funny. I'll see you there.